brothers and sisters. And generally, there ain't no boys and girls looking at this. So, what's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Alright? And let's get real with it. A documentary by Dennis Mueller and Deb E. Elias. Let's take a look at it for a hot sec. What was the goal of the United States? To prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. Prevent the rise of a messiah that could unify and electrify a militant black nationalist movement. Prevent a militant black nationalist group and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them. Understand this, brothers and sisters. This is the same playbook that has been used on Trump and the men. We'll get into that, right? By the same individuals. Who are the individuals that, as a final goal, think that they should be to prevent the long-range growth? Who are these individuals? Yes, as you looked at it, it was the FBI from the COINTELPRO papers. Alright? Well, imagine your surprise when Afro men start to leave the plantation. Who becomes the most angry? It becomes the BL females that didn't want much to do with them in the first place. Alright? And that's where we're at right now. The political winds are shifting. The political shifting dynamics of the Afro males are now a force to be reckoned with. And sorry, Miss Maxine Waters, we'll get to her statement, as you've seen in the thumbnail, of how she will never forgive the black men from voting for Trump. But understand this. This is a woman that has been named as the most corrupt politician for years and years. The most corrupt politician, Maxine Waters. And that's just a whole nother video. And we might go in on her in another video. Alright? But what these females don't like is the political shifting dynamics. And the reason why they will never be able to depend on anything is because the powers that be realize that all you have to do is appeal to these females' emotion, and they will blame the people that aren't causing the damages, and they will blame them while giving the people who are causing the damages, so long as they agree with them, a pass. All right? So, I'm looking at all these weak-minded, be-hurt people that are running around upset because a bunch of brothers are leaving the plantation. These women had one job. That was to keep the brothers on the plantation. The brother said, F that, and, ooh, I go to the University of FU. All right? So let me greet everybody real quick. Pavorden hardu gudag, olo oite de bang, vasas los bonjour mes amis, ketabawani konnichiwa, niha niyama, sani bonani, jumbo harbaragani, assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right? This is an insult. This is a clip from the Take Your Booty to the Pole thing, where, to people's surprise, this thing backfired. All right, I want y'all to understand what's going on here. Brothers are tired. We are tired for not being able to protect our families, our loved ones, and children. We are tired that these females and the politicians that the so-called black community and all these other communities put in office turn around and prey upon our children and not stop. Then we get a guy in there who acts more like a businessman than a politician, but one with some kind of man-like morality, meaning that we want to protect. And the media and every other organization that we thought we could trust, we should have never trusted the FBI. Because the COINTELPRO thing come from the FBI, right? But when we think about it, right, we've always been on the slab as people, us, the Afro male in America, that people threw away. So the Afro male has decided, you know what? Many of us are going to vote for the guy that the rest of the people despise, because we realize that they wrongfully despise him. They don't care about much. They don't care about their children. They don't care about their jobs. They don't care about how good things were before the coronavirus hit. They don't care that the medical professionals did not give guidance based on science, but gave guidance based on politics. Understand that. Just dropped my little Trump hat. So, I was so upset at this, at how they were treating other brothers for looking at things logically and deciding, yeah, we need to do something different. Even though I don't vote, win or lose, I'm keeping this hat. Whether he wins or loses, because it's a reminder that most in our community, we don't know how much is most, but we know most have that slave mentality, that they wanted the brother to stay on the plantation, but we wasn't having it. Now, let me remind you real quick, for those that's left on my channel that would like to donate and help me help the community in what I do, y'all know what I do. Oh, trust me, some weak-minded dudes left because they were never really brothers. And the first thing that people did when they saw the hat was attack, but they didn't look at the video that I presented. They did not come into the live stream at all. All they did was looked at the hat, and they didn't see the evidence of the Democrats calling us the N-word, saying that we're uppity N-words. See, that's because those so-called black people seem to be okay with being called the N-word by the Democrats, but they're not okay with a man saying he's going to build a wall to keep out illegal aliens. The same illegal aliens that the Democrats want to take those guys' jobs. But it is what it is. All right? And so if the Democrats win and things go to hell in a handbasket, well, guess who made it that way? They said Trump would start World War III, and he brought about world peace. They're blaming Trump for the unrest in Democratic cities, but the Democratic mayors and governors did that. See, these people are disingenuous. They are so disingenuous that they put up a booty to the pole video with strippers, right, as a political ad. Why? Because they figured that many of these dudes that vote Democratic are so weak-minded and so feminine in their mentality and their emotions that all you got to do is put up a bunch of half-clothed women to tell them what to do, and they will do it. Period. All right? So, as this mess persists, I want y'all to understand some things. Brothers have gotten tired, but now the BL females have gotten afraid that the men that they did not want, the men that they despised, the men that they threw away, that have left the plantation, we said we are collectively are going to do something differently. And it turns out that real men might determine how this race goes. If Trump wins again, especially if he wins Florida, it looks like it may be because of the Afro men. And these females are angry that they have left the plantation. Let's not get it twisted. We are neither loved or appreciated by these females. Let's not get it twisted. We are neither loved or appreciated by these females. Now, I wonder if she will win re-election, and I wonder how many black men will still vote for her. Because she said this, she will never forgive black men who vote for Trump because we disobeyed this female, this crooked female, one of the most crooked in Congress, $1 million house, and don't even live in the area that she supposedly represents. She got a brother going after her seat. He might not win because that's how brain dead we get some of the time. But he might. Who knows? But what we do know is this is a sad shame that this is what black men have to go through. All right. And this is who's delivering the thing as if they rule over us. You know, the female. California Congresswoman Maxine Waters was quick and swift with her thoughts on black men and women who vote for President Donald Trump in the election. Now, I put the quote was about black men, not black men and women. All right, so Black Enterprise kind of changed it up to be black men and women. She said, in any of them showing her face, I will never forgive them for undermining the possibility to help their own people and their own community. It's absolutely unconscionable, Representative Waters said on Sirius XM, the Joe Madison show. All right, but if you go back and look at the link that's going to be www.mrctv, he was asking her specifically about the young black men in Florida. So her comment was directed not at black men and women, only the black men. See, that's how disingenuous that shows you how disingenuous that a lot of these so-called left-leaning radio shows are, that when people mean the Afro male, they say, oh, no, it was all of them. They always change the narrative to suit their stuff. All right? All right. She goes, contrary to what Joe Biden thinks, black men will still be black if they vote for Donald Trump. This is basically more from that. All right, this is what she says. But go listen to it. At the end of the day, we don't need them, and we don't need any worn out coochie mamas to tell us how to be men, because that's what they're telling us. They think that it's their job to keep us on the plantation. And many of us brothers are saying, no, we done with y'all in one way or the other. I may not vote, but I'm going to stand in solidarity with the brothers' choice to do so. And I'm going to really stick by those that these females come against, or any of the other weak-minded, simple-minded simps. I'm not about Republican or Democrat. I'm about right and wrong. These dudes have been such a failure and so wrong, not to see that we needed to do something different. And for the brothers that see that something differently needed to be done, I am in full support. This is why we need to leave these females alone to hit that wall by themselves. All right? They don't even consider themselves a part of the so-called black community. You know, y'all saw the interview with Ice Cube. So let's keep this a no depolicing zone. As brothers, I'm going to say this, get your passports, because you want to stay away from this mess as much as possible. Get your passport and be gone. All right? Because it just is what it is. And what it is, they did not try to include us. The only person that did was Trump. I think that's why a lot of brothers like the brother from another mother. With that said, I'm out.